Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at arklatex I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Friday morning forecast update. A happy Friday to everyone. A bit of good news at the forecast today. We do not have a heat advisory, but still a very warm day today. This little front that brought some of the storms here the last few days has dried us out just a little bit, so the humidity will be just a touch or two lower today. You will still feel it, but the heat index today about 100 to 103 degrees, which is an improvement over the 106 to 110 we've kind of been feeling throughout the week. And probably won't see much rain today, but we can't rule out just a stray shower popping up at some point this afternoon. But there's a look at the heat advisory map. We do have some heat advisories around us. Still looking at one of those down along the coastline. Of course, folks there still without power. So again, the issues down there continue to be pretty widespread as far as the power outages. So if you are assisting with the recovery efforts this weekend, hot weekend here, hot weekend down along the coastline there for folks recovering from Hurricane Ida. But look at satellite radar. We're pretty quiet to start the day here. We do have a weak cold front that's just north of us, and this may actually impact us late this weekend and into Labor Day. Not a ton of rain with this front, but we'll show you FUTURECAST here in just a moment. If you are trying to do some outdoor things, especially on Sunday and Monday, we may have some rain out there for the Labor Day weekend here, and I'll touch on that in just a moment. But this morning our temperatures have dropped off a little bit more, so we're seeing quite a few areas in the low 70s. It feels pretty nice compared to the other mornings we've had so far this week. And highs today, mid 90s for everybody, but again, not enough to trigger that heat advisory today. So you can see this little dome of high pressure, which is set up over us, one of those heat domes as we call it, will kind of warm us up in the upcoming days, so we very well could wind up in the upper 90s this weekend. And this ridge of high pressure here, it is holding back that cold front for the time being, but as this ridge begins to break down this weekend, that's what's going to allow that cold front to come drifting through on Sunday. Not the traditional strong cold front that we sometimes get in September, October, but it is going to be a front that should drop our humidity, drop our temperatures next week, and also bring a chance to rain. So for today, just a 10% chance of rain out there. We could see just a rogue or stray shower pop up this afternoon, and that's the same thinking on Saturday. So rain probably not going to affect any outdoor activities today as well as tomorrow. We move into Sunday. It looks like we could start out the morning with some rain north of I-30, and this will be a pretty slow-moving front, so we expect by the afternoon we could see some rain down to Shreveport. And just the question here with Monday's forecast is how quickly that front gets out of here. Still thinking there could be some rain on Monday, especially along and south of Interstate 20, so we can't completely take the rain out of the forecast on Monday, but things looking pretty nice for us behind that system for much of next week. And a look at the tropics. I showed you this yesterday, this little spot here, which will be moving up over the Yucatan. It will move into the Gulf early next week, and their conditions here are favorable to see maybe a little bit of development, but the Hurricane Center going with a low chance of development the next 5 days. But there are some forecast models that pull some of the rain associated with that up towards the Texas and Louisiana coastline. Whether it develops in anything as far as a tropical storm or hurricane, still very much up in the air at this point. Nothing really points to that right now, but it is something that we will have to watch, especially late next week. Speaking of next week, we get through the hot weekend here, and we should drop into the low 90s on Monday. Should be have a noticeable drop in humidity since we'll turn those winds to the north for much of next week. So actually, next week's setting up to be pretty nice. Really don't have much rain in the forecast after Labor Day.